I want you all to really understand one thing. You get what I'm saying? Quavo noticed that the dice wasn't right. So Quavo noticed that J Prince Jr. called him and invited him to come to Houston so he can get his money. You get what I'm saying? First of all, Quavo have to check in with the Mobties, and when you check in, you pay a fee. You get what I'm saying? I'm talking about $15,000 and stuff like that. You have to play the dice game with the Mobties. And Quavo noticed that the dice wasn't right. So Quavo knew that J Prince Jr. invited him to come to Houston to rob him. Allegedly. You get what I'm saying? But before we jump straight into it, make sure you smash that like button, make sure you subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you get notified whenever I drop a new video. Okay, so right here we have Quavo, we have TakeOff coming to Houston just to play this private event and private party with the Mobties and with the Prince family. And trust me, initially, before you can invite Quavo and TakeOff to come to your private event, you have to pay them a big sum of money. You get what I'm saying? You have to pay them about $100,000 or $200,000 to come party with you. So these gangsters was really making money. These rappers was really making good money off their music, going to shows, going to parties and stuff like that. So here comes J Prince Jr. inviting them to come to Houston with the help of his dad, J Prince. You get what I'm saying? He used the influence of his father, because you all have to remember that all that J Prince Jr. have to do is to use the influence of his dad, who is J Prince Sr., to get all these rappers, to get all these street, credibilities and stuff like that. And when things goes wrong, he runs back to his dad, hiding under the shadow of his dad. You get what I'm saying? So here we have him inviting Quavo and TakeOff to that private event. So what do you think that really happened? He used the influence of his dad as usual to get this man to come to Houston, and he didn't pay a dime. Because trust me, if you really paid the Migos about $200,000 or $100,000 to come for that private event or to come party with you for that night, you gonna make sure you got security for this man. You gonna make sure that this man are well secured, but you are using influence of your dad to make sure you get this man without paying no money. You get what I'm saying? Because we haven't heard on the news, on the article, even on the statement of Migo Benz that J Prince Jr. and Mobties really paid Quavo and TakeOff to come to Houston. We never heard that. All we are hearing is that they have to check in when they came to Houston. So you invited Quavo and TakeOff, and they came to Houston on the table of we are family friends and we are friends. We been good. We are good friends when it comes to the street stuff and stuff like that. You got this man to come to Houston without paying them a dime. So how crazy can it be, fam? He got them to Houston without paying them a dime. And this man honored your invitation and left, ATL that very night, and they arrived in Houston to just have a good time with you all. And you guys didn't pay them, and you guys couldn't even get a good security for them. Isn't it crazy? Man, you all have to understand what really happened. And when they came to Houston, they also have to check in with you all and still pay a fee. They have to check in with the Mobties to actually pay a fee of about $15,000. Maybe each person $15,000. I don't know, but I know that money is still reasonable money. Like there's a money that you can be getting from your job in about 10 months or 6 months or 8 months for you to get paid about $15,000. You get what I'm saying? So it was actually crazy, and they have to pay the money, when in the actual sense you are the one that invited them, and you are the one that's supposed to make sure that everything is cool. And that's where they were actually playing with Quavo's intelligence, because Quavo is the kind of person that does things emotionally. He doesn't do things with his mind. You get what I'm saying? He is actually the kind of person that if you are rocking with him, you have to rock with him in the essence that he uses his emotions to accept you. He uses his emotions to play the game with you. You get what I'm saying? And Quavo was like, okay, that's cool. We gonna play the street way. We are out here to party with the Mobties, with the Prince family and stuff like that. And Quavo paid a fee, and TakeOff paid a fee to check in with the Mobties, because when you check in, you are not checking in for free. You get what I'm saying? Go make some researches. When you are checking in with any Mobties or any mob bosses or all these men, all these street ninjas, you are not checking in for free. That's why you all have to get out from that street shit. You get what I'm saying? You are not checking in for free. So they got Quavo paying a fine or paying a fee to check in. They got TakeOff paying a fee to check in. They took them to the bowling alley. You get what I'm saying? To play dice, and they are still cheating this man on the dice game that they are playing. They are still cheating them on the dice game. They are still making sure that they doesn't win the dice game. They were still making sure they rob them through the dice game. So you all already got money from them checking in, right? That wasn't enough, and you all are still making sure that you cheat them on the dice game and get their money, because Quavo was actually losing about $7,000 or $7,000 to $10,000 that night on the dice game. And when he notices that the dice wasn't right, that's when Quavo started going off. That's when Quavo realized that, okay, cool, this man got us to Houston, and they made sure we check in. We didn't collect a fee from them to come to their party and make sure everything was cool, and they are still making sure they got more money from us. Isn't that crazy? That's when Quavo started getting angry. That's when you saw that Quavo was flaming up. You get what I'm saying? So this is actually interesting, because you guys have to see how greedy J Prince Jr. was actually, right? This is how greedy that J Prince Jr. was actually playing. But I want you all to know that everything still remains allegedly. You get what I'm saying? Still remains allegedly, but these are what's on the street, and these like things that we can use our common sense to figure out and to actually know what's played out. What actually got the whole situation to flame up and got to the TakeOff, losing his life and stuff like that. It's actually a game of greed. You get what I'm saying? That's why J Prince Sr. came on $1 million worth of game to say that, this never happened before, because J Prince wasn't actually with them. He is the old man. I mean, he's the old man, he's the grandfather, like he is the mob boss, like he's the boss himself. So he doesn't go to the bowling alley with them. He doesn't do all that appearance with them. He is out here in his crib, having a good time and stuff like that, because he is the OG. When it comes to Houston, he's the OG. He's not finna go party with his sons and stuff like that. So he wasn't there, because if J Prince was there, he gonna make sure that everything was right. But he wasn't there. That's why J Prince Jr. was actually playing it greedy. He would have told him, listen up, don't play it greedy, man. This stuff can actually go sideways. Make sure that everything is good. These men are our guests and stuff like that. But this is how it goes then, fam. But remember, everything still remains allegedly. Share your opinions in the comment section. Let's have this conversation. What you all think about this situation? Because I think that, J Prince Jr. actually brought out Quavo and TakeOff to rob them, and TakeOff actually got himself killed, because Quavo was actually trying to walk out of the situation. You get what I'm saying?